Hey guys, welcome back to the Boys and Girls Club online. Today we'll be observing nature, but before we head out, we need to gather our materials first. You will need some paper, pencil, ribbon, and supplies to color with. In this case, I only have paint and crayons. We will be making a nature journal to record our observations today. We begin by folding our paper in half and decorate the front of our journal. Once that is done, we can go ahead and get a few more pages and fold those in half. We could put them inside our decorated page. You can make 3 to 2 holes on the edge. I instead decided just to go with 2. After this, you can go ahead and get your ribbon. You will put it in between those 2 holes and either do just a simple knot or a bow in the back. That will keep our journal from falling apart, and we can go ahead and take it outside now. These walks can be anywhere from our backyard to around our neighborhood. Be sure if you do go around the neighborhood, an adult is always present. In this case, I brought my dogs. On my walk, I was able to record 4 observations. You can draw these out right there, or you can take a picture and do it later. Using iNaturalist, I was able to identify each one, from being a prickly pear, white checkered skipper, an ocotillo, and a harvester ant. In our journals, we will be doing 3 things: draw, describe, and finding whether it's symmetrical or not. I began with the ocotillo by drawing out my observations. I see these around the Franklin Mountains all the time. Then I wrote a small paragraph based on my observations and what I read from iNaturalist. Next, I did the same thing with the prickly pear, and I found that they are also commonly known as a nopal. Next, I identified that a butterfly and an ant were both symmetrical. Symmetry is defined as an object that looks exactly the same on one side as the other. In order to see the symmetry, I folded the page in half and drew out my butterfly. I also colored it just to make it a little bit more decorative. Again, I wrote a couple sentences on its characteristics, but I also added the anatomy because I wanted to know exactly what I was observing. So I was able to add the forewing, head, antenna, and the abdomen. I folded my paper again in half. I drew my head and then followed it by the body and the legs. Then the line helped me identify where my symmetry line is. I will be coloring this in later and labeling the anatomy. I want you guys to post your nature journals on our Facebook page with at least one plant or animal that you found to be symmetrical.